Hello everybody, this is toysareruss and welcome to another edition of What's Happening Wednesday. This is a weekly roundup show that I like to do on this channel, which again gives me the perfect opportunity to do exactly that. Keep you guys updated with things that are going on in the world of Transformers. I'll let you know what's happening with this YouTube channel and of course my Instagram, which is toys_russ. As ever, there's loads going on at the moment and I'm going to start off with some Rise of the Beasts, teaser spots, some trailer news, etc. Thanks to some advice from Cyril, one of the subscribers on here, I've decided to stop posting all the trailers on it just in case, because obviously I don't own them and the last thing I want to do is be taken down. However, since I last put one up at the weekend, there has been, if you head to TFW 2005, there is one, oh, wrong way. There's one there called Clock's Ticking. There's another one there where there's a short with Wheeljack chasing butterflies. There's another one there called Calling All Autobots, which has got Nightbird scenes in. There's literally 10 full brand new TV spots. Some have got new footage in, some have got different scenes, some have got extended scenes to ones that we have, we've already seen a little bit of. But yes, if you want to check them out, just go to TFW 2005 and you can see that there's just, at the moment, there's an absolute abundance of it out there. There's some really good things. Again, I probably don't want to say any more just because I don't want to spoil it for people who don't want to see it. And again, I'm going to not be posting any more of them, unfortunately, on this channel, just in case. You never know. Right. Moving on to all of a sudden, out of nowhere again, it must be because season 2 is about to start. There's loads of new Earthspark figure news, and that just seems to have really fallen on its head in the UK. I don't really know if that's the general consensus, but people I speak to at the moment, they're not really talking about it. So again, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. We've got some new images coming up. So we've got Jawbreaker, which of course is going to be the new character. There is Jawbreaker. I have no idea what the alternate mode is exactly. It's a funny sort of T-Rexy thing. I don't really know. And I'm being honest, I haven't really seen enough of the cartoon to know exactly who he is. But remember the audience and what the age range that this is aimed at, so I totally get it. Starscream is obviously a redeco of Skywarp, which again, no issues with that mold. I had one, did a bit of a video on it as well, but it looks much better in the Starscream colours. I'm sure you'll all agree. And there it is in the packaging. Now we've got some one-step flip changes, which there you go, you can see this is Megatron and Terran Flitch. So that's Terran Switch is coming up in a minute. You'll see that in a second. So this, I'm probably going to get this because I've done a few videos on the one-step changes, Wheeljack and Optimus. There he is in robot mode, and indeed there it is again in his alternate mode. We've got even more, as I say, so I've grouped them all together this time. These are the more, I suppose they're better figures. These are the ones that come with the extra limb from Android. And we've got here, again, I suppose these are, yeah, exactly that. They're aimed at a little older age group, so the figures are more detailed, they're a bit more articulate. And I suppose they're the main like deluxe class wave of figures. But there you go. There is what's looking like to be wave 2 as well, and that's about to be released everywhere at the moment. And then finally, I found even more Earthspark stuff. So we've got there you go, one-step flip. This is, of course, Terran Twitch, and that is the rest of them. As I say, I've only seen Wheeljack out of that. If I do see the rest, because they're nice and cheap and a bit of fun, I will buy them and do quick reviews on them. But yeah, there is an about, I suppose a bit like Rise of the Beast. As soon as the new season's about to start, or as soon as the new movie's about to start, we just get hit with a load of toys. Okay, sightings. This isn't too bad this time, so I'm going to read out a few of them. So, Legacy, what is wrong with me today? Legacy, Nemesis, Leo Prime and Dirge, and Deluxe Axel Grease, Devcon and Beachcomber have been sighted in Taiwan already, and obviously in the UK in demand have got and had Nemesis, Leo Prime, I can't say that at the moment, and Dirge already. Buzzworthy Bumblebee Origin Jazz has been found in Australia. Rise of the Beast Mainline Wave 1, Beast Combiners and Wave 2 Weaponizers in Peru. Legacy Wave 4 Leader and Wave 6 Core and Earthspark Wave 1 Tactician in Philippines. Studio Series, so Studio Series Wave 12 Core Leader, Rise of the Beast Mainline Wave 1 and Flex Changes in Singapore. And just for those of you who want to read that there yourself, you can pause it or indeed head to TFW 2005. It's quite a bit smaller this week, so as we're expecting it, I suppose it's just the calm before the storm. I think as soon as that new movie hits, then there's going to be an abundance of new figures everywhere, because we haven't seen any Wave 2 in the UK yet. So that obviously consists of Mainline, Wheeljack, Mirage, etc. figures like that. Okay, TF Nation, which is the UK's biggest Transformers con at the moment. This is another confirmed guest. This is Nick Roach, and he is again an IDW writer, and as it said, his spotlight from Cup, Megatron, The Last Stand. And if you're wondering what he looks like, there he is, and as I say, he's going to be confirmed as a guest at TF Nation in August, so look forward to meeting him as well. Okay, moving on, Funko Pops. We saw these previewed, I think it was last week, but now we've actually got some images of them. So there's the three, there's Scourge, Primal, and indeed Mirage in their boxes and out of their boxes. Then of course we've got RC, Bumblebee and Prime in and out of the boxes. And then the bonus one here, we've got a Rhinox. So he's obviously going to be some sort of store exclusive. But there he is. That's your pop vinyls for the new movie coming up. A little bit of a recap for those who didn't see the video on this yesterday. It looks like it's official. Shattered Glass Rodimus, or Shattered Glass Rodimus Uchronus, or whatever his official name's going to be. Somebody's actually got a figure of him already. No one's come out and said it's a fake yet. It looks pretty much legit to me because of all the accessories and all the packaging that came with him. Just highlighting there for you the fact he's got a goatee, and of course you can have the visor on him. And there he is compared to the original owner of the mold, which is Studio Series 86 Hot Rod. I'm going to get loads of thumbs down for being unable to speak properly today. Okay, in other news, and again, if you want to find out more about Rise of the Beasts figures, etc., and I always say this, I think it's just great that they're out there and they're doing this. Ben McRae has now done an interview on Adventures in Collecting podcast YouTube channel. It's about an hour long, and what it says here, on this hour interview, we get some interesting tips and information about Rise of the Beast toy line, how designers Sam Smith and Evan Brooks work and their inspirations. And it's also, I'm going to listen to this in full because I want to know why Studio Series Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime was released as a Target exclusive. It's saying here in brackets due to the movie's delay, but I need to find out exactly because it makes it really hard for us in the UK who don't have Targets. But there you go, there's a link on TFW 2005 if you want to go listen to that as well. Right, moving on, 3-0, who do them amazing model figures. They are, of course, again, jumping on the Rise of the Beasts bandwagon, and there's going to be 3 DLX figures planned. Rise of the Beasts. Bumblebee will be announced in June this year. Second figure, Optimus Prime, late June, and Optimus Primal will be announced mid-July. The company highlights the future plans to include Mirage and Scourge, and the product features, as with most of their figures, there's going to be light-up eyes, LEDs, interchangeable and swappable guns. But all we've got at the moment is this mini article on TFW 2005, and there's of course a movie image, and there is one of the prototype images that they are working with, not images, prototype figures that they're working with. But again, as soon as we get more information on that, I will let you know straight away. Another very quick update that we saw earlier, or yesterday, depending on your time zone, is that this was again rumoured. It looks like it's going to be official now. This is commonly known in the Transformers collecting community, Watermelon Mirage. So this is sporting the deco of the G2 colour scheme that he never got. So as I say, this is looking really interesting because obviously we've got Jazz, who's gonna, I think he must be shipping out pretty soon, the Seeker, and of course Toxitron. So it looks like they are moving forward with these, and we're going to get more of them. So very interesting, shall we say. Moving on to third party, I've been on some of the Facebook, some of the Weebos, and Fans Hobby are just absolutely all over this at the moment. It's brilliant. So this is their take on Armada Jetfire. They're calling him Spatial, I think. So if you haven't got Facebook, you can go to Facebook if you want, and just, I haven't logged in on this and just got some of these images. And again, I'll show you all these images in detail in a second, but if you haven't got them, you can head to T-Formers, and you can see here that they've got these ones here where there's images of their take on Overload and indeed Jetfire. So these are the images on both T-Formers and Fans Hobby's Facebook. The grey prototype is their take on Jetfire, and the red prototype is their take on Overload. It's brilliant to see them being able to combine together. Jetfire is the newest one. We've seen a few images of Overload over the last couple of weeks. Again, I hold my hands up with these. These are all completely new to me. I don't really know much about these. All I know is that they look great, and it looks like they can all combine together, which is fantastic. So I'll be keeping my eyes on them. And they're also, the other thing I wanted to say is they're all masterpiece scale size. So interesting. These are going to be huge when all pieced together. There they are with their mini-cons. There they are as a huge trailer. That massively reminds me of the Battlestars platform from Generation 1. And again, just nice to see all these. And as I say, hopefully Anybody who loves these, I know loads of people are loving the Armada and the Unicron trilogy at the moment, especially because they're being reissued in mainline and indeed third-party companies. This is something I always like to highlight, and it is spectacular. I actually watched it. It's only about 4 minutes long. It's from the Sunbow Marvel Archive. The clue's in the title there. So all of the old Sunbow cartoons are on this particular website. They've got Megatron Has Fallen from the SOS Dinobots episode, and it's a storyboard animatic. So you can watch the video on the actual website or indeed on T-Formers. I press play. There's a couple of stills from it. You can see there, it's only about 4 minutes, 11 seconds. It's got the actual voices, or should we say it's got the actual soundtrack from the cartoon over the top, dubbing the storyboards as they're changing. It's brilliant. It's really, really good and massively nostalgic. I really, really enjoyed it. And there's a couple of images as well there, actual transcript images and script images from that amazing episode. So that's definitely worth a nose. Okay, in other news, at the moment, crossing my fingers because I've been getting too much at the moment, there's not too much going on in the world of the third-party Legends Weibo pages. I've got their take, Magic Square's take on Swindle. He's in transit as we speak. There's a few videos, there's loads of photos of him. Again, hyping him up because he's pretty much starting to be shipped everywhere. And again, talking of that, here's your third party. I obviously am grateful and really, really proud to say that I'm a Shozy reviewer. So if any of you'd like to help me and support me on this, if you buy any products from Shozy, there's a bar on the left-hand side. If you type in support your favourite review, if you write toysareruss all one word, that would help me out greatly. But you can see on here, there's the third party roller at the top. There's the Swindle we were just talking about. There's the Doctor Who Galvatron I've previewed before. There's just an abundance. There's the Doctor Who take on Omega Supreme. So many figures available for pre-order, and indeed so many on their flash sale, where they just literally do this, drop between I think 7 and 15% on a load of main figures. I've indeed got that Iron Factory Brawn ready to review as well, because again they dropped the price. Really tempted on the comic deco of their version of Grimlock as well now, to be honest. Well worth checking out, guys. Shozy store. Thank you very much to them. Thank you very much to you. I've also picked up mainline Rise of the Beast Optimus Primal. Quite a cool figure, to be fair. So I've got loads of reviews coming on at the moment. So you've obviously just seen the Japanese cassette Zor. I've done, because I was requested to, I've done Action Master Bombshell from G1. I've got New Age Shatterglass Soundwave. Excuse me. I've got Iron Factory's Brawn. I've got an abundance. I've got Kingzilla to do. There's just so many going on at the moment. I'm definitely going to be doing a live stream this weekend. I love doing the live streams, love interacting with everyone here. So hopefully you can join me for that. It'll be 10 p.m. UK time. Really looking forward to that. I'll put it up in the community now so you can all make a note of it. But you'll probably see me again. In fact, you will see me again in 10-12 hours time when I've got the next update and part 2 of what's happening Wednesday. Thank you ever so much, everybody, for watching and supporting. I really appreciate it. Take care.